Hi everyone! Welcome to American Reads, Fun Learning Activities. We are college students who create fun activities for kids. Our fun activities are focused on reading, writing, and math. Thank you for joining us to learn today. My name is Shi Yi, and today we will review what decimal number is, and it is place value. We will use the visual models to understand the meaning of each decimal. We will learn how to compare the decimal numbers by using visual models and record the results of comparison with the symbol greater than, less than, and equal to. Take it easy, it will be a very interesting journey. Let's get started. Do you remember what decimal number is? Let's do a quick review, such as 0.1, 110, 0.01, 100, 0.001, 1000, 3.78, 15.29. Some numbers like this, we call it decimal numbers. Or we can review from this example. We have a decimal number here, which is 7.12. Okay. We usually divide our decimal numbers into two parts. The first part we call it whole number part. It is in the front of the decimal points. And then we have another part we call it decimal number part. It is after decimal points. And in this decimal numbers, we have a 7 in our whole number parts, and we have a 12 in our decimal number parts. So this is a decimal number. Great job! After review what decimal number is, do you remember the place value of it? Let's review together. We always have the decimal point in the middle between the whole number parts and the decimal number parts. So the first place in the front of the decimal point, we call it ones place. It is ones place. And then we have tens place. And then we have hundreds place and thousands place. So that's the place value of the whole number parts. Let's see the decimal number parts. So the first place after decimal points is 10th place. And then we have 100th place, 1000th place, and we will have more such as 10,000th place. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to compare the decimals by using the visual models. Before we get started, we need to know how to use the visual models to express the decimal numbers. So the best way to learn it is jump right in. So let's learn from this example, 0.12, or we can call it 12 hundredths. So how can we express 12 hundredths in a visual models? As we can see, the number 12 hundredths, we can express this decimal number into a fraction, right? So in a fraction, we can write like 12 out of 100th. We can use a grid to help. I divide my square into 100 equal parts because our denominator is 100, and I shaded 12 parts of them. So this figure can perfectly express the decimal number 0.12 or 12 hundredths. Let's try another one. 0.60, or we can call it 60 hundredths. How can we express 60 hundredths in a visual model? As we can see, this number has a decimal to the hundredth place, so we can use a 100 grid to help. 600th. In a fraction, we can write like 6 out of 100. So I can divide my square into 100 equal parts, and then we shaded 60 parts of them. Here we go. So we have 60 shaded parts. So the shaded parts can perfectly express a decimal number 0.60 or 600th. Great job! How about let's practice it by playing this game. This game is called matching game. As you can see, on my left side, I have 3 decimal numbers, which is 0.05, 0.20, 0.30. And on my right side, I have 3 sets of visual models corresponding to each decimal numbers. What we need to do is to connect their corresponding visual models to each decimal numbers. If you want to do it by your own, you can pause the video, and after you finish it, you can click play to check. If you want to do it with me, it's totally fine. Let's do it together. So the first one, 0.05, or we can call it 500. In a fraction, we can write 5 out of 100. Great job, because this decimal numbers has the decimal to the hundredth place. So we can, in fraction, we can write 5 out of 100. So according to this fraction, we can know we divided our unit square into 100 equal parts, and then we shade 5 parts of them. So let's see, on the right side, which square have 5 shaded parts? Yes, it's this one, the yellow one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 shaded parts. So these visual models can perfectly express a decimal number 0.05. Great job. Let's see the second one, 0.20, or we can call it 20/100. So in the fraction, we can write like 20 out of 100. So in this fraction, we can know we divided our unit square into 100 equal parts, and then how many parts we shaded? Yes, we need to shade 20 parts. So let's count which unit square have 20 shaded parts. The purple one or the green one? Yes, the purple one. We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have 2 tens here, which is 20. So we connect them together. Great job! Okay, the last one, 0.30, or we can call it 30/100. Very good. So in these decimal numbers, we can express these decimal numbers into a fraction, which is 30 out of 100. And then in this fraction, we divided our unit square into 100 equal parts, and we shade 30 parts of that. So which one we need to connect with? Yes, the green one. So in this picture, the shaded parts can perfectly express the decimal number 0.30. Great job! So now you can pause the video, you can drink some water and take a break. Welcome back to comparing decimals. After we understand how to express a decimals into a visual model, let's learn how to compare the decimal numbers by using a visual model and record the result of comparison with a symbol greater than, less than, and equal to. How about let's learn from this example? 0.44 and 0.97. So the first one, when we see here, we have 2 decimal numbers. When we compare them directly, it probably will be hard. But it is okay if we can use a visual model to help. That will be easier. Okay, let's take this one. Let's look at 0.44 first. The 0.44, we can call it 44/100. So in fraction, we can write like 44 out of 100. So we can use our visual models to help. I divide my unit square into 100 equal parts, and then I shade 44 parts of them. So in this column, we have 10, 20, 30, 40, and there's 4 ones. So there's 44 parts. So this visual model can perfectly express the decimal number 0.44. Let's see the second one, 0.97, or we can call it 97/100. So the same, we can use our visual models to help. So I divide my unit square into 100 equal parts, and I shade 97 parts of them. So this is 97/100, and the first one is 44/100. So when we compare, we can see which one has more shaded parts. Yes, the second one, this one has more shaded parts. So 9700 is greater than 4400, or we can say 4400 is less than 9700. Great job! Let's try the last one. 0.70, 7000, and 0.90, 9000. Which decimal is greater? Take your time, let's think about it. I've probably heard the answer. Yes, it's 0.90, 9000 is greater than 7000. But why the answer is 9000 greater than 7000? Let's use the visual models to help. So for the first one, 7000, we can write like in fraction, we can write like 70 out of 100. It means we can divide our unit square into 100 equal parts. And then we shaded 70 parts of them. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. And for second one, 9000. So in fraction, we can roll 90 out of 100. It means we divided our unit square into 100 equal parts. And then we shaded 90 parts of them. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So let's see which figure has more shaded parts. Yes, the blue one. So 9000 is greater than 7000, or 7000 is smaller than 9000. Great job! That's all for today's lesson. Thank you for learning with American Reads today. We hope you come back and learn some more. Please like and subscribe to our channel. Have a great day!